Here's what I think the spread does that maybe historically an offense hasn't done, is that they've integrated the ability to run with one more guy, a la the single wing. But everything's all spread out so you can throw it so much better. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. And so I don't know about catching up to it. You got to tackle it. So that extra runner, you got to be able to stop, and you got to be able to cover all those guys. So what are you going to do? You're going to put an extra guy in the box? Are you going to say, hey, we match up outside, we'll just run them there and overmatch them inside? The quarterback being able to run takes away the advantage that the defense has had over the course of time, which is the ability to put one more guy in there than you could block. And so, to me, that's what's been the good thing. That's the good news. The bad news is that poor guy getting hit all the time, where you're counting on to throw the 37, and you're in the Big Ten and you're getting smacked and smacked and smacked, and it's game 9, and all of a sudden, you saw what happened in Oregon. Over there, 7-1. I mean, I watched the Oregon-Michigan film. I thought that was the New York Giants playing. Those guys everything worked. Then they lose 6 of their last 7 because their guy got all banged up. So, what's the fine line? So will defenses catch up? If they catch him and hit him, yes. If they don't hit him, no. Tom Brady looked very ordinary in that Super Bowl. Why? Because they were hitting him. And all of a sudden he wasn't completing a flat route. So it still comes back to your basics of football. You better hit somebody, and that's how you apply pressure. From what I understand about his abilities and his work ethics and his desire to learn, I'd like to think he will see the field. Now, I can't wait to see him play football.
You've seen the tapes.
He wasn't playing against Wisconsin at Camp Randall, so I want to see him playing against our guys, and he wants to do it. He's so excited about getting ready and being able to show, what he can do. It's going to be fun. He and Joe Bowser are going to give us a little bit more depth than we've had at quarterback in the last couple of years. Terrelle might give us some athleticism back there that maybe we haven't had since Troy. Now, his experience has got to catch up to our hopes. And he seems to me, as I listen to Todd, and Todd's been kind of his tutor, as I listen to Todd, he says that Terrelle does a good job of picking up things. So, he may add another dimension. We'll see. I suppose Chris Leak went through that, and I told our guys when we were getting ready for Florida, I said the guy that impresses me the most on this football team might be the most maligned guy, and that's Chris Leak. He has been superb the way he handled all the Tebow discussions and the sharing of time and all that. He's done nothing but follow his passion of having them become the SEC champs and the national champs. And to me, that was impressive. I think Todd Boeckman is of similar, quality personally. I'm sure part of Todd, is that, hey, I'm very interested in breaking every touchdown pass record and all that I can do. But Todd's number one thing is he wants Ohio State to do well, and so he's going to endure, the 9 million questions, and he's going to continue to mentor and tutor, and he's going to room with Terrelle in preseason and bring him along. He'll take great pride in Terrelle's growth, but I think how you handle, it's not going to change, unless, Terrelle comes out and he throws end over end. You know what I mean? People are going to keep talking about it. And so I think Todd handles it extremely well.
with 18 guys coming back, 20, you can either go one of either ways. You can say, listen, all these guys are gonna, we're gonna go out there and be unbelievable, work hard. You can have all 20 guys kind of sit there and slack a little bit. If you have 20 guys that come back, but they get worse and they don't work hard and they get complacent, then that brings your young guys down. So you're saying, what are these guys doing as leaders? But if you have 20 guys that, if all of our 20 starters have their best year of their career, then we have a chance of being a pretty good team.
No, I'm more than welcome to help him out, to go out there and become a more complete quarterback, a better quarterback. I know he's a great player. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see what he can do. To be honest, we won't really know until we actually see what he can do. Once he gets pads on, helmet on, we have no idea until we get out there. It could change. It's a whole new ball game, but I know he's a great talent, a special player, and if he can help us out, I'm all for it. Well, the big thing is not as many turnovers, obviously. I think I had way too many last year. Hopefully I can cut down on those. And then also my footwork. I just need to get better, a lot more smoother in that area.